Right. Oh, hello. For once in your life, you're not on VR chat. I'm just kidding. Now, since that you're here, I can finally show you guys what I got for Christmas. Yes, I know Christmas is gone, but me and my friends did our exchanges. What do you mean, wow? Did our Christmas exchanges. It was my turn to open my presents. I got slippers, I got notebooks, and, wait for it, dun, 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 a Bayonetta amiibo. Even though I don't have a Switch, well, I have a Switch, but I don't have a new one. Now I have this. I'm actually happy. This is the only Bayonetta merch that I have and probably will ever own because all the other Bayonetta merch has, like, it costs a lot. It's either Gunner art or it costs a lot. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Ice, you like Bayonetta. Why don't you like the Gunner part of it? And I'm like, cause I'm demisexual and I don't care about the Gunner part of Bayonetta. I genuinely like the story and I don't mind when she like uses her hair to get, you know, booty butt naked to cast a spell to summon a demon. I don't mind that. But like actual Gunner art, I don't care. Oh, hello. I actually did not expect you to come. I don't know why, I just didn't expect you to come. But yes, I am very happy that I have my wife home. And before anyone else says, no, your wife isn't real, yes she is. She may be pixels on a screen, but she's real to me. That's my wife, and she will forever be my wife. Because that is my ideal woman. If it's not Bayonetta, then I'm not taking it, bro. I don't care. Today we are drawing something very, very simple. I am drawing my OC again. I found these like reactions on Pinterest back in November. Yippies, and I decided to just use them. But I was on a very really um I lost my train of thought. I was about to say, oh yes, I I lost my train of thought. Yes, these references I got in November. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. And I've been saving to use these. So yeah, after my last drawing, which would be Thursday of this OG version of my OC, I am going to draw my Genshin Impact OC, and next week is my birthday week, and on Friday I will turn 23, and um, as a thank yous to all of my supporters and fans, like subscribers and followers on both TikTok and YouTube. Um, I have a video that is planning to release on my birthday. It's a meet the artist where I just talk some stuffs about myself while I'm drawing the meet the artist in the background. Similar to what I have done before. So I'm quite excited. Yeah. I don't know how you guys would actually react to it. If you guys would react at all. Yeah. Eh, yeah. but I'm very excited. On Friday, I will be going to go to Epic, which is you know that Mario not museum, theme park where I am. There's a Mario theme park, and I'm going to go there, and I'm excited, and I'm going to go with my mom. Oopsies. And my computer is tripping, and I'm going to throw you out the window. Anyways, I have my Luigi hat, she has her Mario hat, and I'm very excited. Yeah, it's in Orlando, I don't know where in Orlando. That's just where all the cool stuff is at. Because, like, Florida itself is like, people. Really? Like, people think that all of Florida is like Miami, which is not. Florida has very boring parts, and where I live is extremely boring. I forgot too. Cause, low key, you know, I think I'll draw this later. I'll draw the cup first. Um, make it green. No, I will make it red. No, I will make it green. I will make it green. Yes. um, People think all Florida is Miami and Orlando. They think everywhere looks the same. No, it only looks that way in the south. Okay? Where I am, which is the north, it's very boring. Like, yes, there's like a few cities that are like really cool and stuff, but on the outskirts and everywhere else, it is boring. Okay? Do not let the propaganda fool you. It is boring as hell. No one is gonna come over here. Ah, what? Huh. Oh, yeah. And honestly, I have to tell, yes, it is pretty. It is very pretty. There's not much to do here. Like, the town that I have grown up in, when I was younger, it was very nice and vibrant in colors. There was a lot of stores and gas stations open and all that other stuff. It was cool back in the day. But then as I grown older, businesses like shut down and stuff. And I'm like, this is not fair. Like, what is this? Now everything just looks sad. It's just sad, and that's not fair. It's not fair how everything just looks sad now. Absolutely atrocious, I must say. Fix. There we go. It is absolutely atrociously sad. Oh, also, I have tea to tell you guys, huh? Oh yeah, no. Florida's very beautiful. Like, depends on like where you at. Florida is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Um, I have I have tea to tell you guys. It's gonna be hilarious. So, I dealt with a com scammer. Yes, I have tea. I dealt with a scammer today. So while I was drawing other stuff, not this, but something else entirely, I was looking on my TikTok, taking a break or whatever, and I saw this like comment, and the comment was like, "Hey, I want to commission you, and I can't do it because my TikTok DMs is broken. Can you send me your Discord?" Obviously, I was skeptical because unless you are a child, I'm pretty. It's either you are a child or you live in a country where you can't message other people on TikTok. I am pretty sure you can message me just fine, right? So I messaged them, right? Me, being cautious and whatever. I gave this person like my Discord. I didn't like do it immediately because I was like doing other stuffs and whatever. And oh my god, oh my god, this clown, bro, this clown, this absolute clown. So it was the classic picture scam where they're like, hey, I want you to draw me or draw a relative, and can you tell me like the price, right? Mind you, I have a TOS that's 4 pages long, and I have price ranges that I have drawn out, created, and everything else. And I even my it's my prices that I have is pinned to my account. Like the pinned posts where like, hey, emergency commissions or whatever, it's on my account so you can see the prices of the various services that I can provide for you, right? And I was like, what? And this person was like, yeah, can you like draw me in these like 2 pictures and like in your style? And mind you, this person like liked 4 of my recent posts. Like it's one thing where someone doesn't follow me, like it's whatever. But like if you're only liking the most recent posts and that's it, it's quite shocking, you know? And like it's not my first time dealing with like a comm scammer either. I just never got scammed by them because usually they would say, "Hey, are you doing a commission? Like, are you like available for commission stuff like that?" And I would usually ignore those because I at the time I don't do commissions. But now since I am doing commissions, I have to be very more absolutely more careful than before to make sure I don't get scammed. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So, yeah. And no, for real. And like the picture, right? The picture doesn't match the text messages. So what I mean by it is like the picture was an old lady and the person was talking sound like someone that was in my age, and they also don't sound like American. Like what I mean by it is that their grammar and their punctuation is off in like English standards. If that also makes sense. Plus, inside my mind I'm like, that's not how old people talk. Old people talk as if they're writing letters. They don't actually text. Like I have like one of my grandmothers when she texts me, she texts as if she's writing a letter. So like yeah, no, for real. So that no, they're definitely like a creep because you don't really draw children. You draw like adults. You mainly draw your OC and like yeah, you mainly draw your OC and like sometimes your husband, but like it's mainly just your OC low key. Like you don't really draw kids at all. So yeah. Also, if this person like actually thoroughly looks through my page, it's not very often where I draw older people. It's not that I can't draw older people, it's that I just don't draw older people. I guess I would say the oldest I've ever drawn was my character's like, well, if we're talking about humanoids, my character's parents. If we're talking about like outer worlds, like almost like godly like characters, I would say Hades and Archangel. But that's because they're not really human, or well, Isa's parents aren't human either. But I mean like in shape of human, like humanoid creatures. Um, but yeah, I don't really draw older people like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, and then And then while I was conversing with my friend Jay, I I don't know if you guys heard that. That was my mom. Do not mind her. Um, I don't like. I was conversing with Jay, right? And I was like, Jay, I think this is a scam. And then Jay was like, "Yep, that's a scam. That's a scam, all right." Because I showed him the screenshots. Because I screenshot them on my phone, right? And this person was way too demanding. Way too demanding. Because I gave this person my TOS, which is, mind you, 4 pages long, and my prices, just in case if they haven't seen it, to which I don't know how because it's pinned onto my account. And this person was like, "Yeah, can you draw these?" I'm like, "Well, have you seen my TOS?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I don't believe you because this person was like putting a thumbs up on the TOS way too fast. Way too fast. Um, because for some parts of the TOS, I put some of them in like different fonts, but I made sure that everything was legible to read and everything else in between. So it will take you at least a couple of minutes to read the entire thing. So that's how I know that it was a scam because the person liked it immediately, like at least 10 seconds after. I'm like, I know you didn't actually read it. And like while I was talking to Jay, getting screenshots, and was like, yeah, this is like a scam. I'll just like block this person. This person was like being so impatient and forceful, and was all like, "Are you there?" And this was like before I blocked them, by the way, because like I did block this person. I blocked the person on Discord and TikTok, just in case if they wanted to talk to me on TikTok. I blocked them on TikTok as well. So yeah, that was my day. Because it's been a while since I got like a proper commission. Because the last commission I got was from a friend. And I love my friend. My friend is great. And my first commission was from someone I didn't even know. I was very skeptical at first, but no, it was actually a real legit human being. You know, that breathes and stuff. That doesn't scam others. So yeah, it was a real human being, so that was great. But those are like the only two commissions I've ever had. Ever. And am I angry? No. Commissions like are like a side thing. Like yes, I know I did put like emergency commissions, but at the time I was like extremely struggling. Like I still kind of am, but not as bad because my job decided to give me more hours. Yippee. Fantabulous. Um, but at the time I was like, yeah, I kind of need this so I can pay bills. Because at the time, my job was not giving me hours. Because I do have a job, but they just were not giving me hours. And I was very sad and confused. Because it wasn't just me, it was like a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? Because um, I am a flexible sales associate. I work customer service for a clothing retail. And what I do, right? You know, I help customers, all that other stuff. I sometimes I help with the truck. You know, like putting the merchandise away, the new merchandise. Sometimes I put sensors on clothes, other menial, you know, tiny stuff like that that other people don't want to do. The stuff that I used to do for about a year was this thing called markdowns. So what that is that we change prices for that week. But we do it very early in the morning and then like we leave first before everybody else does, before all the cashiers. So I would say I would be there at like 7 a.m. until like, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe until the entire day, depending on how much that needs to be marked down. Um, and as in markdown, I mean like stuff that were regular clothes going to clearance or clearance that is going to gray clearance, which is 75%. So, yeah. And other times, right, we have markups. But those are kind of rare. Not impossible, just kind of rare. Coloring index. Let me just. Oh, is this stream good for you guys? By the way, is it chilling? Hope it's good for you guys. Cause sometimes my streams be acting goofy, so I don't know if it's good for you guys. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So like sometimes we do markdowns and some. Okay, good. Thank you. Um, Sometimes when we have markdowns, we also have markups at the same time. So we have to change the price accordingly because if we don't change the price, the customers are gonna go to the cashiers, and then the cashiers are gonna get flack for it, and then the customer will be like, "Hey, the price said it's supposed to be $59.99. Why am I looking at the merchandise, right? And like on the freaking thing it said $69.99. What is going on?" So yeah, you have to change the markups. But then, not only I don't know if it's illegal or not, but not only like the customers get mad, but like everybody else is annoyed because you gotta do that part of your job. It's annoying, really. Um, I I thought I named you. How dare you do this to me? Uh, shadows, shadows. Right, right. I'm not blind. What? Me? Glasses? I never heard of her in my life. I'm just playing. So, um, yeah. I think I'll put this, and then like, and then I'll just do this. Yeah. I have a vision. All right, just stay with me on this. I have a vision. Uh, okay, let me just extend it. Let me extend this just a little. Yeah, yeah. See, that's good. That's T. Is to give them that annoyed look. Yeah. Guess who's a genius? This one. Why? Because I'm a genius. Absolutely. Now, um, D. Now I'm gonna need this. So I can erase. Yeah. Oh, and also, I have a revelation. So, trigger warning for a lot of people who may or may not know what this is. I have derealization, and I've been looking at my art in a different light now recently. It hasn't always been like this, but recently I've been looking at my art in a different light. And now I see why people like my art. I finally understand now. Like, I don't know if what I'm saying makes any freaking sense. Like, okay, here's what I have learned outside of my art brain, because you know how everybody is in their art brain all the time. and that we always think that there's something wrong with our art every time, which is, why we change our art like 15 gazillion times, right? Here's what I have learned. I like the way I color. I like how saturated my colors look, and the way that I shade brings out the colors themselves. If that makes any he heckin' sense at all, you know? And I think I realized that I know that I intentionally make my line art messy, but I think I like that it's messy. Because it's not always messy. Because some people think that, like, oh, I'm a beginner or I'm a novice because I do what they consider as chicken scratch. But I feel like it's only chicken scratch if you're not confident in what you're doing. And I know exactly what I'm doing. You can tell by looking at my pieces. And I feel like the way that I decide to do line weight for my art pieces, especially when it's like messier line art, when it comes to thicker lines and regular lines for thinner, and like breakage of lines to give it more a depth feel, looks nice. I remember there was a time where someone told me that my the way I highlight is heavy, like it's very harsh, like it's like a hard light. And when I look at it, I'm like, I don't think it's that bad. And like the way I step back and I look is like, no, it's actually not bad at all. Sure, it can be like harsh lighting, but when you also have dark shadows, it contrasts it pretty decently. If I do say so myself, of course, because I am a genius, I think. So, yeah, I am I am pretty proud of the way that I do it. And when people say that my hatching is actually good, I thought they were lying until I look at my recent artwork and I'm like, whoa, whoa, that is kind of that is kind of Gucci. I don't know. I didn't know I had that type of game. Jeez, I did not know you had game me. That's crazy. So yeah, I I genuinely think that my art is cool. I think this is too thick. Because it's like every time you can tell that I know what I'm doing. Ah, well, look at that. This is genius. I think I want to make the inside of the box darker. I'm going to test it out to see how it looks. And if it looks fantabulous, then I think I will keep it. Mayhaps. You know, mayhaps I shall keep. Oh. Uh, oh, wait. Ah, delicious. Best thing since sliced bread. Oh, yeah. I usually like the references that I find is from Pinterest. So, on Pinterest, there are various different types of bases and references. But it's like there's like the human life bases and the anime bases and the regular like cartoony bases. I have now started to use real life people because I've used the majority of uh anime basis. Yeah. I feel like the way that I have create my pieces, it feels strangely lifelike for someone that doesn't render. And like whenever I see people, especially like popular people, or at least people like who have very popularized art styles like anime, they they're very good with rendering. I remember that I had a lot of like bases when I was younger, but I never really did anything. Yeah, mine is cartoon, but it references from anime, but it's not really strictly anime. Like, for instance, the eyes, although they're not anime eyes, the sheer size of themselves is a reference of anime because you know the trope that, oh, anime eyes are like super big and stuff. Yeah, um, I make the eyes close together because in my mind, that's what eyes look like to me. Like the space between eyes is close. That's how my brain transfer eyes. And like yes, when I do look at a real person, I still think the eyes are close together. I don't know if it's just me because I'm blind and I have glasses, but in my brain, eyes are close together. Oh no, a lot of people say that to me. A lot of people tell me that it reminds them of Steven Universe, especially when I was a kid. My art style is inspired by Rebecca Sugar the most, while there's also other like artists, like other YouTuber artists, like Jaden Animations, Dom Comics, and like other type of creators that I can't remember on top of my head. I do. I do like Steven Universe, yes. I do like Steven Universe a lot. I'm going to throw you out the window and then I will eat your donuts because I'm angry at you. But yes, I do like Steven Universe. It is very much inspired by the style. Ugh, yeah, especially with the mouth. Okay, so here are the features that I take from Steven Universe: the mouth and the nose. Yeah. So the I take facial features from Steven Universe, like Garnet's mouth and the way that the way that they draw their noses. Not the eyes though, because the eyes in Steven Universe actually connects together. The eyes I took is from other YouTubers where they have their eyes like this, where they're not like connected together, and it's like an oval shape. They're like when the eye is fully open, it's very much like an oval shape, and they don't really touch. Steven Universe eyes, they are fully circle or oval eyes, and they touch, right? Um, in terms of like uh the nose, it's like the noses. I took all like I took both the pointy noses and the rounded noses from Steven Universe because that's how my brain transcribe different races. So the way that my brain understands black people not all black people have like the same nose as I do, because I have a button nose. Um, but in Steven Universe, the way that Rebecca Sugar draw noses for black people is like very like small and rounded. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Sometimes when they draw characters like Connie, um, her nose has like a bridge and then it curves down, and and like my brain interprets that because some people also have noses like that to me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then you have like noses like Pearl, though I never draw a Pearl nose because it's literally a freaking beak at this point, but I understand it completely as well. So yeah, I like how they draw noses, and the way that they draw a mouse, especially teeth. Um, the teeth, the way I draw the lines is very inspired, but I draw two lines instead of three lines. If you pay attention to the way Steven smiles, he has three lines, and I only make two two lines. And I think that in itself is like inspired by something else. I don't remember what it was inspired from, but the teeth itself was like also inspired by Steven Universe. And the reason why I changed from three lines to two lines, because my brain doesn't like the three lines. It looks really weird to me. It looks very goofy. It's so weird to me. Not saying that the art style is goofy, but more so of the lines itself. I think it's too many lines, and I decided whenever I draw a gap in my teeth, like I decided to make one line to show that it's a gap. So this character, my Sona, has a gap, and I only draw one line to show that yeah, this character has a gap in their teeth. So I think it makes sense to differentiate which characters have one gap, like one line as a gap, and what characters have regular teeth with just two lines. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense, but it makes sense in my head. Um, I remember when um, I remember one time. Actually, no, it's been a few times I've told my friends, but I think drawing in my art style is hard. Like it looks easy, right? Because it's a cartoonic style, but I do genuinely think that trying to replicate my style is hard. Not impossible, but just difficult because I put a lot of time and effort into the style and why it looks the way it does. Everything is very intentional, from the coloring to the line art to even hatching itself, if that makes sense too. So whenever someone is like, oh, you need to draw it like this, or oh, you need to draw it like that, they don't understand that there is actual intent. I think we should put it like 85. Yeah, yep, 85 is a good number. That's a good number. Mm-hmm. That's a good ass number. Anyway. And I would like to say I am proud of myself. Because it's not like people can't replicate this style, or at least try to. Because there's this discourse on TikTok. I don't know if it's over yet or not, but there was a time on TikTok where people were complaining to stop copying off their style or stop having a what's it called? A reference to their style? No, being inspired. That's what it is. Stop having your art inspired by my art. It's my art. I claim it. No, that's not how art styles work. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's not how art styles work. Art styles are, came from something else, just like languages. Languages come from something else, and like it has like a main language, and then it goes into its own subsection of its own little languages. It's the same exact concept, and people out here be like, oh, you can't copy off my style, you can't be inspired by it, it's mine. Actually, you cannot own a style, because everyone has their style from something else or someone else, because everyone is technically inspired by someone, and that is totally fine. Now, if we're talking about OC wise and having a character that is directly inspired from you, or like is a well, I wouldn't say inspired, because there's a difference between being inspired by a character and straight up copying. But like if you're like straight up copying a character, like someone else's OC, then that's a different thing entirely, okay? But we're talking about art styles. I'm gonna need you guys to calm down. It ain't that serious. I swear. But yeah, I would be pleasantly surprised if someone looked at my art and be like, wow, I really like how you do your line art. I feel inspired by this to incorporate this into my art. And if someone actually genuinely feels inspired by my art in some shape, form, way ever, to put it inside their own art style, and then tell me that it's the coolest thing since sliced bread, I would be like, whoa, whoa, I inspired somebody. Like, this is awesome. you know? Because I would love to inspire people. Because I was inspired by so many artists, so many YouTuber artists. Like Lavender Town. I don't watch her as much, but I get inspired by her. Um, And like if someone like tells me, "Oh my God, you inspired me to draw again," or like, "Oh my God, you inspired me to draw. It was like the coolest thing ever." Oh my God, I'm like, "Yep, that's me." I'm just playing. But yeah, I feel like I have to tell a lot of beginner artists to not give up, because your art will look like ass. It will look horrendous, and it's okay, because sometimes artists' art just be looking ass, and it's fine. Cause my art be looking straight booty cheeks half of the time. Alright, and I'm staring at it. I'm like, what is this? Who even decided to make this? Why did I do this? Like, no. I will never do this monstrosity ever again. And you know what? That is fine. I pick up my stylus, I pick up my pencil, and I keep drawing anyway. Yeah. I feel like art is subjective. I mean, everybody knows it's subjective, but people think it's objectively bad. The only thing that is objectively bad would be someone's skills, and they don't know the basics of art, and they don't understand anatomy, no matter what it is. No matter if it's human, no matter if it's a monster, no matter if it's a furry, the anatomy of something, whatever your specialty is, will always be important, further and foremost. And then after you realize that, yes, I am good at this thing, now you can develop it into your style. Whether it's cartoony, anime, semi-realistic, realistic, what he had ever. Okay? And I think that's important. And I know like a lot of artists are like, but I don't like doing basic anatomy. Neither do I. But everyone gotta do it at some point. Okay, if you want to be good at art, you gotta do anatomy. Even with blankets. Alright? Especially with blankets. Because I feel like the easiest way to draw clothes if you don't understand it, is to draw a blanket. Draw a blanket in like different various ways. Cause, you know, that's how be clothing, you know? But yeah. I'm very proud of my art style. I think I've said it before, but I think I've only said it like, I think a few years ago, when I thought that my art was fire as hell. It is old art now. And my old art was not fire as hell. It was trash. But it's okay, because it's my trash. And I love it so much. I am very proud of how far I've become in this entire journey and whatever. Oopsies. I don't know if I'm excited for my birthday. I mayhaps am. Oopsies. No! How dare you do this to me? You bully! No one saw that, okay? That did not happen. Fiddlesticks. Rude. You were so rude. Rar. Jeez. There you go. Oops. Oh wait. I forgot to do the shirt. Eh. Yes, I know I like color, well, shade over the white, even you can't really see the white, and I think that's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. Okay? Oh, lately, I've been into other people's cultures. I mean, for a while I've been watching Chinese dramas, but for a while now, I've been thinking about other people's cultures and how they view each other in America. I don't know why. It's just something that's just been crossing my little brain. Anyway, this stream is fairly short, and you know what? I dig that. Eh, eh, eh. Let's put it down to 25? Yeah, 25 is fine. Yippee! Okay. Now, since we're almost done, okay? You guys don't explode, okay? We're almost done. I know you guys are all antsy in your pants, and you guys want to keep scrolling. Well, you can't. You're held hostage. You ain't going nowhere. All right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Okay? You can leave whenever you want. There we go. Yay. Now, it is time. No, wait, no. Oh, whoops. It is time for the sacred ritual. I am very proud of myself. I was told that I can draw and talk at the same time, and people thought they couldn't do it. I mean, I don't see what's hard about it. Boom. Yippies! My technique for drawing quick was in school. I used to start a drawing and then I stop and then I start on another drawing and then And then I finish that drawing, and then I go back to the other drawing that I didn't finish, and I finish that one. And I did it because I wanted to have a lot of followers on Instagram. Because I thought it was quality over. No, I thought it was quantity over quality rather than quality over quantity. That's why. Yep, that is indeed the live stream. Um, I will talk to you guys next week. Um, yeah, that's about it. Bye. Hope you guys have a good night and rest of the week. Yes.